No, I said, what a throwback, dude. Because you know what we are right now, Joe. It's live.
Holy shit. You're lying. We're
Nah,
not
dude.
live.
If I were lying, then why is the intro gonna play?
Good morning.
Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords eternally retold. Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Check it out now. Third strike, yo. Yo, check it out now.
Yeah, we're
That's
real
good.
fucking smart with that one.
That's
Yeah.
That's good. I'll give you that.
Welcome back to Adam and Joe After Hours. I'm half the podcast, Adam.
I'm the other half. Joe, what's up, y'all? What's good?
Yeah,
Been a
sorry we had
minute.
to take a week off. I really apologize for that. But scheduling conflicts make it hard for adults to be friends.
Who would have figured?
Shit just happens. So a lot has happened in the fucking time that we're gone. We take a fucking week off the podcast, and the world decides to just fucking fall apart. I
Yeah,
think
quite
we're gonna have
literally.
to skip our discussions for the week to just talk about you know what.
You know what?
There's a lot of how do they say it in Spanish? Como se dice? There's a lot of Diablos working at Activision Blizzard.
Like, okay, I know that it was good and all, but damn. Okay, yeah. That's happening. That's
Oh, dude.
yeah.
What was your reaction to first reading that? To first reading all the shit that was happening there?
Okay, like I want to say that I was surprised, but I wasn't. Like if you're keeping up with especially Jason Schreier, he basically has the scoop on everything that happens in the video game industry.
He's a
If
very
you've
well
kept up
connected
with
journalist
him,
within the industry, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, if you've kept up with him like over these past few years, you've basically known there's some sketchy shit going on behind the scenes over there at Activision Blizzard. There has been for a very long time. Um, Obviously, as we know now, it's been quite a while, but I'm just not surprised. I just like I read it and I was disgusted. Like I'm not even gonna lie, couldn't I couldn't finish reading it the first time I picked it up. I had to come back to it later.
Mm.
I couldn't read all of that shit that was happening. Driving a poor girl suicide,
Yeah,
dude.
that was terrible, dude. That was it's not that I wasn't surprised, it's that I just man, they took that shit way too far. That was the problem with it. And I'm laughing now because my brain can't seem to handle the gravity of the situation that, you know, yet again I find companies that I look up to. Yet again I find, you know, games that I love tarnished by the people who make them being utterly despicable waste of space humans, dude. The
Yeah.
fucking Bill Cosby suite. It was already hard enough as a kid growing up watching Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids to learn that Bill Cosby was a rapist. And
Was a
then to
fucking
see that
rapist,
people
dude.
who make video games that I like idolizing Bill Cosby and subsequently being the biggest pieces of shit known to man. It is I think any word that the English language currently has to describe the workplace at Activision
not
Blizzard
fit.
is not it wouldn't work. Buck Wild is the only thing I could think of.
That's like the closest thing that
Buck
will come
Wild
to it.
workplace, dude. Oh Jesus. It was really bad reading that shit. Let's
Yeah.
all go to the different fucking cubicles and sexually harass the female employees. Make them do all the fucking work while we play COD all day. That was Dude, I could not fucking believe it. Like, if you just told me that shit without telling me that yes, this was thoroughly investigated and Activision Blizzard is being sued by the state of California, I wouldn't have fucking believed you. But this shit is definitely real. It is definitely fucking real. And that's the scariest part. Because who's to say that it's just Activision Blizzard?
That's the thing. That's the thing. If you've realized it, there's a trend, right? There's first it started off with Ubisoft, and then a little bit later, Activision Blizzard. Who's next? Who's next?
Yeah, man. That's Jesus Christ, man. I feel so bad because they did drive that one poor woman to kill herself, and that was like terrible.
Yeah.
Like, and what did they do to change it? Nothing?
Quite literally nothing.
Dude, that was for me the worst part. The fact that they saw it, did nothing about it. That shit hit.
They just looked the other way.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Because humans are shit, by the way, if you didn't know.
I just like the only takeaway that I have from this is like, we gotta do better, like, as men, dude. Like, we gotta do better, because that's toxic masculinity at work, there, Chief. How many guys do you think walked into that place with no intention of doing anything like this, and then kind of just got swept up in the fucking buck wildness of the workspace and ended up becoming total pieces of shit because they just couldn't stop, because nobody would listen when the victim spoke up. It's a fucking heartbreaking thing to read, and it's like, we got to do better as an industry. Because I love video games a lot, and to know that this sort of environment is birthing things that I enjoy. It makes me feel very sick to my stomach. We got to do better, because this isn't us, We don't.
I would really like to believe that, but with the current way things are going, I kind of. Getting hard.
Yeah, I know how you feel, buddy. I know how you feel. Jesus Christ.
But,
fuck you, Activision Blizzard. Fuck you until you make it right. You think we're gonna fucking let you off the hook? Nah, bitch. Every time we say Ubisoft's name in this podcast, what do we say? Fuck the corporation. All right? But like this shit with Activision Blizzard, it's even worse because it's everybody, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's everybody. Do fucking better. Because Lord fucking knows that every time that the name Activision Blizzard is spoken on this fucking podcast, from here on out, it will be spoken with a fucking fat ass asterisk next to its name. For the systematic abuses of power and the toxicity of the work environment that you created for your female employees. Do fucking better.
I knew that going into that, like reading it was gonna be an interesting time when the headline was frat boy culture. It was like
I hate that fucking term.
I was like, so y'all just raping women? Is that it? Is that it?
Yeah, right. They're like 3 steps away from like just dropping Mickeys in the drinks, bro. Like, I hate that fucking term, because that sort of like applies this sort of undue fun and whimsy. Oh man, just frat boys, dude. Boys will be boys, am I right? And it's like, no, that's not at all what it is. It's beyond frat boy culture at this point, dude. It's sick. Yeah. It's so fucking sick. It's like, this was like a fucking open secret too. Like, people covered for these guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, fuck. People made excuses for these pieces of shit.
It doesn't help that their response to it, like Activision Blizzard's response to it, was just so fucking funny to read.
Dude,
Because it wasn't
never good, man.
it wasn't funny in the actual like comedic way. It was just seeing how far they're willing to go with the narrative that, oh, we're very sorry, we didn't mean to harm anyone. Like, yeah, totally, sure.
We didn't mean to get drunk and look at your panties under the desk. Now come back to work. No, like,
Yeah.
like it's just weird that their whole fucking response just amounted to basically no,
Quite
a
literally.
big cosmic
Quite
no.
literally.
Like, bro, the state of California is suing you. Next thing you know, the CEO of Activision Blizzard is going to be hopping on YouTube. The state of Florida has asked us to describe our sexual crimes to you. We were bad. Now we're good. We're moving into your neighborhood.
Neighborhood. Hey.
Oh, man. What a deep
Oh,
cut.
man.
I have to try and lighten the tension with some jokes because I can only talk about this for so long without my fucking what is it? Blood fucking pressure or whatever rising. You know,
Yeah.
it's disgusting. Story is bound to spike your blood pressure, dude. Jesus fucking
Yeah,
Christ.
I mean, and the thing is, right? We as consumers, like the average consumers, we can't do anything, and
Mhm.
that fucking sucks because
Yeah.
as much as everyone says, vote with your wallets, that doesn't mean shit when whales exist.
Yeah, man. How
Where
many
they're
people
not
are still
looking
playing
at the-
Diablo?
Fucking right?
How many people are still playing WoW?
How many-
How many people are still playing COD right now? How many people are playing Warzone
Oh.
as we speak? I can't do
Oh.
shit. You can't do shit. But the state of California legal system.
Let's go.
Bust them trusts, baby. Bust them trusts. Let's go. Yeah,
Can I
here
get a
restarting.
pog in the chat?
Can I get a pog in the chat for anti-corporatism? Fucking Teddy Roosevelt in these streets. Fuck the
Yeah.
muckrakers. All right. We got that out of the way. Fuck you, Activision Blizzard. Oh, man. So now I'll ask you, Joe. How's your 2 weeks been, buddy?
2 weeks, they've been all right. They've been okay, I suppose.
Mhm.
Just really working. That's that's honestly about it. Like if I'm not at school, I'm working. But yeah, I've gotten what's it called? Gotten back. Well, not back into, but I've started like feigning Final Fantasy 14 again, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so
It's
I've
like
seen
I've
on your
always been
Twitter.
playing it. Yeah, I've been playing it for a few, like almost a year now.
Mm.
But I would usually have it on the side. I was like, oh yeah, let me go play like I don't know, like Destiny. And then whenever I'm done on Destiny, I'll go to 14. No, now I'm back on 14, back on my bullshit. Especially now, with exactly what we just spoke about, Activision Blizzard. Fuck you, by the way. Bunch of people are coming in from home, and I tend to like helping people and people that are coming in from WoW. I'm running dungeons or whatever. It's like, hey, it's my first time here. I'm a WoW refugee. Like, oh shit, that's cool. This is how you do this. What class are you playing? Da, 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 da. And I just enjoy that, and I'm really glad that. Well, I'm not glad because of the circumstances, but just glad that playing 14 now. But yeah, that's been my last 2 weeks. I'm just fucking playing Final Fantasy 14 and working. That is it. But what about
Yeah.
you? What have you been up to?
Shit, man, I've been doing the catch up. I went to the movies for the first time since the pandemic started.
Right? Yeah. You watched
Before
those
last
trailers?
week, yes, I did. Before last week, the last movie I saw in theaters was Rise of Skywalker, and I took my little brother to see that. We had a fucking amazing time watching it. I missed going to the movies, man. Let me tell you, because every time I go to the movies, I always make a day of it. Let's go to my place, hang out first. Then let's go to the movies. Then afterwards, we'll go out to eat. And then we'll come back to my place and chill out. That's how it is. That's how it was with my little brother. You know, we used to have a thing. We would just always go to the movies. It was great.
Mhm.
And the Panasonic started, and I wasn't able to go. And then last week I went and saw Snake Eyes, which I really enjoyed. I've always been a fan of G.I. Joe, and that's down to my dad having been like a fucking super fan of G.I. Joe when he was a kid. Like this dude was reading the original Marvel Comics type super fan. I have long boxes full of them in my attic.
Sure.
Yeah, and so because of his love for G.I. Joe, it kind of just through osmosis, I guess, transferred to me. And I was really excited to see this movie because, like, when I first heard about it, I thought it was kind of stupid because Snake Eyes doesn't have an origin. But I was like, I'll give the movie the benefit of the doubt, and I want to go because I want to see Storm Shadow more than anything else because he's my favorite G.I. Joe character. And I gotta say, a lot of people are shitting on the movie, but like I went into this movie expecting a fun fucking action movie with ninjas, and what did I get? A fun action movie with ninjas, and some G.I. Joe lore sprinkled in. That was fun.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, they had like Scarlet and the Baroness in there, and it was cool. It was really cool. I wish they'd been used more, but like, I mean, hey man, if this is the springboard for like a new G.I. Joe franchise, I'm happy to see it, but I don't think it's going to happen because this movie kind of bombed at the box office.
Really?
Yeah, that really upset me because I liked the movie and I love G.I. Joe, but what am I going to do? I also saw Black Widow. Have you seen that
Black
movie?
Widow is a movie. Yeah. Black Widow is a movie. It exists.
That's really the only takeaway because as fun as that movie is, as good as its characters are, it's just too little, too late. Honestly,
Yeah.
that movie is 5 years too late. Honestly, it's just 5 years too late.
Yeah.
Should have come out right after Civil War when it was supposed to. Never did, and as such, it's feeling very, very out of place. Like this context. As to who Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow is, I think would have benefited the general movie-going audience before going into Avengers Endgame. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Black Widow's little space in the Marvel Universe. I never found it terribly interesting. But
I understand that. Yeah, I get that.
I mean, I was always more into like the more like street level characters, like fucking like Iron Fist, Spider-Man, and the X-Men. The X-Men, they're special to me. Okay, but her shit wasn't very interesting, and the shit that I did know kind of didn't really make a difference as to my love of this movie, except for maybe Taskmaster. I don't think Taskmaster you could have just had anybody else because Taskmaster doesn't bring anything else interesting to this movie.
Yeah,
Taskmaster is
what I was thinking.
Horribly utilized.
Exactly what I was thinking during the movie.
Yeah, because Taskmaster
Bring
isn't
nothing
like
interesting. Yeah, go on.
I don't know. Speak because your mic kind of lags.
I was just gonna say because it doesn't really bring anything interesting to the table. Like Taskmaster's there. Okay, cool. Do something.
Like the thing is, it's like if you're just a regular person and you don't know anything about Taskmaster, the character will serve you fine. But as someone who knows the kind of interesting things that Taskmaster can bring to a story, it's very much disappointing. Because we already know how Black Widow normally fights. We've seen her fight in Iron Man 2. We've seen her fight in the Avengers. We've seen her fight in all of the in Civil War. We've seen her fight in all the movies she's been in.
Yeah, for
the whole gimmick behind Taskmaster is that he has a photographic memory, photographic reflexes, I think they're called, and he can like copy any of the moves that you do. And so if your story brings Taskmaster in as a villain, it sort of gives you a way to see your character's abilities used more creatively in order to overcome the fact that he can copy what you're doing and knows what you're going to do next. And in this movie, Taskmaster is just a thug who has the powers of all the Avengers. I don't really mind the changes to Taskmaster's backstory. I don't really care because, Taskmaster Anthony Masters isn't the most interesting motherfucker in the Marvel Universe. But I just don't think that Antonia, whatever her last name is, isn't like she's just a thug. Like when she's fighting Red Guardian, she uses like Black Panther's powers, and I'm like, this is the perfect chance to give the Red Guardian his rematch, but they don't do that. I think I just, the only thing I like about the movie is the characters and their interactions. Like Florence Pugh's character, Yelena, best part of the movie by far. David Cooper's performance, also like second best in the movie. You know.
Yeah.
But that's about it. It's just it's a Marvel movie. You know. It is exactly what all of the critics have been saying that Marvel movies are, that I've disagreed with. It's just that personified. So there's nothing really special.
You know, that's I think I understand what you mean by that.
Yeah, but it is setting up. The shawarma sets up the premise for like the Hawkeye Disney Plus series, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit disappointed because I was kind of hoping that the Hawkeye series would take inspiration from Matt Fraction and David Aya's run from 2012 called My Life as a Weapon, Volume 1 of Hawkeye from 2012. I was hoping, because that's like pretty much the quintessential Hawkeye story. I don't know if you've read it or not.
I have not.
It's great. It's really fucking good. It takes Hawkeye and pretty much brings him down to street level, you know.
Okay.
It's really interesting. It's really good, and I hope that they do take inspiration from it, because from what I see now, it doesn't look like it'll take too much from there, and that's a bit disappointing. Even the fucking Avengers game did that. Even the Avengers game took inspiration from that. That was like the best part of that DLC, and that fucking game sucks.
Yeah,
dude, I was playing that this past 2 weeks, and it's a little bit better, but not much better. I'm glad that we're fighting people that aren't AIM anymore, you know.
From what I gather, it hasn't changed too much.
Nope.
Since release, like the quality of life side, it looks like it hasn't changed much. And I wasn't really interested back then, and I don't really see why I would be now, unless there's something drastic that happened. Because my cousin plays Avengers, and like I don't know if he's in the quote unquote end game, but it sounds like he is. And from what I gather, it's just playing the same activity over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But like for no real reason.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound interesting to me.
Yeah.
So
it's diminishing returns. I'm very much deep in the end game, and it's a game that you play. That's all that it is. It's just because you keep fighting the same people. I'm glad that we're not really only fighting AIM anymore, but taking AIM's presence down from 100% to 91% is still way too much.
right. Yeah.
So I just hope that with the new Black Panther DLC that's coming out, I believe next month in August, it'll shake things up. Because the only reason I bought Avengers was because before release they said, "Hey, PlayStation players, Spider-Man's coming."
Spider-Man.
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, it's coming out at the end of the year at best.
At the end of the year? What?
Yeah, that's a year and change after launch, and they're finally putting in the fucking pre-launch promise. But you know what?
Nice.
That's the only reason I bought the game. I wasn't gonna buy it because it looked like shit. I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck about this. And then they said, "But Spider-Man," and I said, "I'm listening." Hey man, I've been a fan of Spider-Man since before I could read, and then I started being able to read, and then I became an even bigger fan of Spider-Man. So you can't do that to me, Marvel.
Yeah.
But they are. So other than that, started my second run through of Persona 3. I hope that this run will allow me to appreciate the game more. You know?
Are you using the controllable party mode?
Yeah, I was using the controllable party mode on the first go because like I said, I bought it on my PS3. Okay, and then I started playing it. I got like a couple days in. I got to where you first let Yukari and Junpei into your party. And I was like, I can't control them? What the fuck? and then I kept going, and I was just like, okay, this sucks. And I stopped right before the first full moon event. Then I downloaded it on PCSX2, played through it with controllable party. And I enjoyed it, but I said to myself I'd come back to play it, and I'm doing that now. Hopefully, I have I can better what is it? Love it, I guess.
Yeah.
I have the feeling that it's going to I'm going to enjoy it more than 5. But I don't think nothing is going to touch Persona 4, dude.
I get that.
But I don't know if I'm ever going to play Persona 1 and 2 again, honestly.
Dude, actually, speaking of, in these past few days, I downloaded what is it called? PPSSPP?
PPSSPP, yes.
Yeah, PPSS. I downloaded that to play Persona 1 real quick. And my god, I forgot how clunky it is. My god. Tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him.
Yeah, man. That big clunk. Big fucking old school Shin Megami Tensei clunk.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Persona 1, you know what's really funny?
What happened?
I technically own a copy of Persona 1, and that makes me feel weird.
Wait, you own a copy of Persona 1? Okay.
Because I have the PlayStation Classic
PS3?
Mini. I have that. And so technically, I own a copy of Persona 1.
Wait, that comes with it?
Yeah, it's one of the... I know it comes with like GTA 1, Metal Gear Solid 1, Final Fantasy 7, Twisted Metal, Tekken 3, and Persona 1, and a bunch of more stuff, but those are the only games I care about.
Yeah.
It's like weird. Persona 1 be big janky though. I gotta agree. It's like it's the first person perspective coupled with the high encounter rate and the shitty controls.
Dude, oh my god, the encounter rate. Holy fuck.
Turn down the hallway. Walk. Turn down the hallway. Encounter.
I appreciate the games for what they are, but I honestly don't think I'm gonna go finish them again. I can't.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. It's so fucking hard.
I'll just wait until September when they get that remake, right, Atlas?
So that Persona Origins collection releases on Steam and modern consoles for $30. You know,
yeah, right.
Featuring the original soundtracks, but with an option to enable the PSP soundtrack. Because let me tell you, that fucking intro sequence for Persona 2 smacks. PSP. Yeah, the one with the that Lotus Juice track, that shit smack hard.
Yeah,
baby. And Dream of Butterfly, that shit bangs.
Tell them, nigga.
Yeah, tell them. Absolutely. Is life a dream, nigga? Don't want to wake up. Cause I'm happier here. That shit fucking bangs. Normally, I kind of hate it when like video game intros have like gameplay footage in there, but like Dream of Butterfly kind of smacks real hard for me, honestly. You know, like I didn't like.
Wait, are you judging? Are you judging a song based on the actual like intro cinematic?
Both of them they work together because like imagine the P4G intro without Shadow World, it wouldn't work. What's new, Scooby Doo? Okay. We're coming after you. No, it's just like especially if you're gonna sit down and watch it, the visuals are half of it and the music is the other half. Because like think about the intro for like Persona 3 Fest, how they've got the how that like the song bangs, but the intro itself is like just half of it is like gameplay footage, and it's like okay, this fucking remix, you know, with like Lotus Juice on it smacks hard, but like I want to see something more visually interesting, especially considering how much of a fucking amazing intro original P3 had with Burn My Dread.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like you gotta take these things into consideration. So, I mean, I'm not even gonna cap with you. Having played all of these games, my taste in intros has vastly shifted. I'm not even gonna cap with you.
Just in general.
Yeah, like after finishing Persona 1 because I played them all in reverse order. I kind of went back and I was like, okay, which intros do I think smack? And honestly, some of them kind of really dropped for me. Like fucking Colors Fly High fell real hard. I'm not even gonna cap with you.
I think, really, you don't like
No, it's not that I don't like it.
Fly
It's just like a
High?
lot. I just like a lot more intros better than that, and I think Wake Up, Get Up, Get Out There is way better.
Okay, I mean, I understand. I don't like the song myself too much, but the actual like intro, it is very pretty. It is very pretty, and I appreciate it for that reason. I appreciate art,
Yeah,
and I just like it. You know, yeah.
it's a
I
beautiful
understand, bro.
intro.
I
It's a
understand.
beautiful intro. But I think like the method oh my god, the messaging and themes of P5 are better
You
communicated.
got the messaging and the thing.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Mike and Joe After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Tyson. No. let's not do that. No, I just thought the themes of P5 were better conveyed. And then same with like Pursuing My True Self. Because I thought when I first played P4G, I was like, yo, Shadow World, best intro I've ever seen. Then I bought a copy of Persona 4 on the PS2 and I played that. And I was like, man, fuck was I thinking? Fuck was I
No,
thinking?
yeah, yeah. Now I don't know if it's just because I've heard Pursue My True Self like way too much at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's for that reason. I'm just like, eh. But no, I totally understand why you do like it. Totally do.
Absolutely. Like,
I just gotta have flashbacks to back when I was playing on my shitty laptop, playing Persona 4 on my shitty laptop like several years ago.
on
That
PCS2?
it was, yeah, I was barely able to run it, and it was choppy as fuck. I was like, I hate this. I hate everything about this.
Jeez, dude. Wild. Fucking wild. That's funny as fuck.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Dude, I don't know for some reason why I insist on buying all media related to Persona 3 and 4. I can't not. Because I own PS2 copies of both games. I own both games on the PS3 with the PlayStation Classics. You know.
Right.
I am currently seeing if I can invest in a PSP and PS Vita just to have, so I can say that I own Persona 3 and 4 on those platforms. And then I also have Persona 4 Dancing All Night, both versions of Persona 4 Arena, Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, and Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, and I own Persona 5 Royal.
Damn, this nigga needs to find a hobby.
This nigga needs to find some bitches. I'm kidding. I don't know. Dude, I haven't even played Persona 3 Dancing, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
What happened?
I haven't even played P3D. I'm not even gonna cap.
You haven't?
No, I've played Persona 4 Dancing. I played Persona 5 Dancing. I haven't finished either of those games, and I intend to sit down and finish Persona 4 Dancing sometime before the end of the year. But Persona 3 Dancing seems kind of weird to me, considering the whole theme of the game. Considering the game is like a really depressing and about death, and then it's just like, but what if we were dancing?
Let's bang to this music. Yeah.
That's like weird. Like, considering how I got to the end of P3 and I was sitting there watching that final cutscene, and I was like, man, oh man, you know,
Yeah.
you know, and then I'm like, they're dancing, but the problem is the music is really good. That's the problem. I don't know if you have like the Persona 3 theme for your PS4. Like that was where the Persona 3 dancing theme, because that's where I first heard.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's where I first heard the
always
music.
have on, yeah.
Because that theme smacks.
Bro, I turned that menu music off like years ago. So no, I haven't. But I have the what's it called? Sounds for it on. I just don't have the music.
Bro, the fucking music smacks. Dude, Persona 3 Dancing has the best music out of all of them from what I've heard.
No.
Have
Some
you
of
heard,
those
bro?
remixes, No. Some of those remixes are absolute ass.
Like which
like
ones?
The Burn My Dread remix is fucking garbage. I can't stand it because you know when you're listening to Burn My Dread, you're waiting for that chorus to come in, and then they fucking ruin it with the remix. Like it's so garbage.
I'm gonna just keep it real
Oh,
with you, Chief. The worst remix in Persona 3 dancing is better than the best remix in Persona 5 dancing. Okay.
oh no, oh
Talk
no.
about shitty music. P5D's music is fucking ass. It's fucking
I also
ass.
don't like the Heaven remix. I not a fan. Not a fan. I know that a lot of people do. I'm just not a fan.
Just people want to see fucking Nanako and Naoto dancing. That's why. I don't blame them. Because I too like to see
Huh?
Naoto dance.
You-
But
What? Oh, I see.
yes.
I see. What about best waifu? Kanji.
Oh, dude, fucking Kanji. Honestly, Kanji's dance is really cool. You know whose dance I like a lot is fucking Adachi's.
Who?
Best. That's the real best wife.
Wait. What'd you say?
Adachi. Adachi.
Oh, okay.
I said Kanji's dance is cool, and it's fun to see him be kind of weird about it, you know.
Hmm.
But like, I think Adachi's dance is way funnier.
Adachi.
Yeah, I saw this meme on Twitter. It was like fucking Squidward laughing. It was like least funny joke in Persona 4, and then it was like Squidward suicide. It was like funniest joke in Persona 5, and that shit made me kind of think. The funniest shit that's ever come out of this entire fucking franchise is just Adachi's default portrait.
Yeah.
You see, that shit makes me laugh.
He's just
No,
standing there. You wouldn't know anything about that, Adam. That's the Sigma male stare.
So true. It's just really funny.
Dude, anytime I think of that, I just think of that one fucking account on Twitter that is dedicated to I don't even know what it is. It's like the stance of people and saying, "Oh, this guy's the beta because he's in."
Oh yeah,
Leaning
that
in, so
shit.
he is the beta.
It's like you got like a straight
Ugh.
posture, and then you got like the curved posture type shit. You know?
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. And like I don't agree with that because Adachi's always slouched over, and he's the biggest chat of them all.
So true.
You either a smart fellow or a
True.
fart smeller, boy. Adachi! Oh man, fucking hell, dude! Playing this shit on playing these old games on my PS2 on my fucking TV is murder, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I don't own a CRT. Don't own them 2006 TVs. So this shit makes it look disgusting. It's like I have to play the shit on PCSX2 to make it look good with mods to graphically upscale that
Right.
shit with the widescreen patches, 60 frames per second. You can make Persona 3 pretty much like the Steam port of Persona 4 Golden. If you got the right mods, it looks so good.
I will have to check that out because I mean
Yeah.
the only patches I use are the widescreen and the controllable party. That's it.
Yeah, there's like you can there's like videos
Like
of
a
people running
shader
it.
mod or something.
No, it's like you gotta get it upscaled. There's like HD textures you can download and whatnot. If you
Oh,
go on
okay.
like I think it's like Game Banana or something. There's like a lot of cool Persona 3 mods on there. And a lot of weird ones. I've been working on like mod sheets to where I can like completely overhaul the game. So like I want to replace all the fucking portraits, all the cut-ins. I want to clean up the audio, type thing.
Yeah.
Add in some BGM options. Like, do you want to listen to Mass Destruction or the P3 Fest version of Mass Destruction type shit? Like I want to like personally overhaul my Persona 3 experience.
Right.
And add in controllable party, obviously, because I've already got that. But
Cool.
you know what? But it's like I've tried to do that with like Persona 4, and Persona 4 is not the most easily moddable games, unfortunately, because you got to
Right.
do like a lot of weird shit with like the Steam client. Fucking hate it.
Right.
You got to download like a bunch of weird programs.
Dude,
It's like
yeah,
Persona 3
I
just drag and
tried.
drop.
I tried to mod Persona 4 Golden on
Mhm.
Steam. I wasted like 4 hours trying to get one mod running with another one. I think it was the I forget what it was. It was when you open Persona 4 Golden on Steam and it has the Rev 2033 whatever the hell at the
Yeah,
title
Rev
of the tab.
2033. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried getting rid of that, and then I also did some UI changes, and it just wouldn't boot. It just wouldn't boot, and
Yeah.
I gave up.
I
I
tried to
gave
replace
up.
the intro and it wouldn't boot. It's like Persona 4. I want to replace the intro and the title screen. That's as much as I want to do. And maybe some of the portraits and the cut-ins and some music. That's about it.
Mhm.
The only game that I think I really want to like mod is like Yakuza Like a Dragon, because there's some really cool mods for that game. People just adding in whole party members, dude.
Shit, for real?
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's not a model swap.
no, like straight up, this guy's giving the move sets and whatnot. And I'm like, yo, that's the coolest shit. This dude added in like all the old Yakuza characters. You got Kiryu, you got Majima, you got Akiyama, you got fucking Tanemori, you got Shinada, you got everybody. And I'm like, yo, I gotta do that. I want to do that. All I really want to do, honestly, is just like mod out the music, because as much as I like the music in that game, it tends to get very old very fast. It doesn't have that
Right.
same fucking pop that like Lone Prayer does. I'm fucking sick of that song. I'm fucking sick of that song. After playing Persona 1 once, I got really sick of it. Just because the encounter rate was too high. The only one that I think like has like the weirdest shelf life out of all of the RPG songs that I've listened to specifically Reach Out to the Truth, which is now my favorite one, because like hour 1 to 10 you're like, okay, this is good. Then like after the first dungeon and before you get to the last one, you're like, okay, I'm getting kind of sick of this. And then by the time you get to the Izanami fight, where it's like with the Genesis, you got her crying because you remember how much you like that song. At least that was my experience. I remember sitting there in the fight, you know, it's like in the last part of the Izanami fight, you know, where it's like da na 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 na.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. They got IFAS myself. Okay, that's pretty sick. And then I kept going, and then it was like da na 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 na, and I was like, oh man, I like that song actually. Instead of crying, it kind of made me think that like maybe you know, when I go to CEO and when I
True.
make top 8 and they let you come out to some music, I'm gonna pick that one. Maybe I've given it some
Hello.
thought, because I was like, yo, what if I came out to like the Shawn Michaels music, because Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler and his theme song fucking smacks. All right. But it was like Shawn Michaels, The Rock
No.
theme song from like, yes, I used to put that on every fucking created wrestler in like WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Every single one. That game's created wrestler mode was so fucking fun, dude. I downloaded that game on PCSX2 just to play that, honestly.
Tell him.
Like, bro, I was having so much fun going through the fucking career mode as my created wrestler. I have like this really weird habit of like playing as like luchador characters in any wrestling game I could play. So I was like, oh yeah, let me name my guy fucking El Nino and then make him the fucking best wrestler on the planet, dude. Oh my god. Wrestling games are so fucking shit these days. It's like a disappointment, dude. Honestly.
Because I mean it has the same problem that that every other sports game does. That it's just the yearly releases. Like,
Yeah.
why?
Pretty much. And it's like yearly releases, but at the end of the day, I always end up playing as like the all stars, like the ones that I've been familiar with. I always end up playing as like John Cena, fucking The Big Show, The Rock. I always end up playing as like those niggas, and never like The Fiend. You know what I mean? I don't fucking care. I just want wrestling games with top tier character creators. The last wrestling game with a good character creator I can confidently say was WWE 2K14.
SmackDown versus Raw. Oh, okay.
Nah,
14.
2K14.
That's what
No,
I'm-
because 2K14 was the game that they used to host VGCW. So
Mhm.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
the
if
last
you know
one I
what
played
that
was 12. No, I don't. But
you don't know about VGCW?
Mm-mm.
Video game character wrestling? Bro, in its heyday, VGCW was the shit. It's more interesting than actual wrestling. Basically, like this channel on Twitch called VGCW would like take video game characters, make them in 2K14, and then make them fight, and they would craft storylines around who won. Dude, fucking,
What?
they had like Wario, Zangief, Kanji, Doctor Doom. It was like really fucking weird. Phoenix Wright.
Dude, the only thing that I know that's like close to that is the CPU CS for Smash. That's the CPU tournament thing
Yeah.
that I forget his name. It's a Smash YouTuber. He holds it like every now and again, and I watch that because I think it's kind of funny. But
Yeah.
I can't say I'm familiar with that.
I think
will have to-
VGCW is archived. Let me see. VGCW. It's like video game character competitive wrestling. Video game character wrestling. Yeah.
Season 1.
They're still, it's still coming on. Well, like
Let's go.
back in the day, VGCW
Holy
used to be the shit.
shit! These
Yeah.
are like actual full-on episodes. I
Full
was
on
expecting like
PPVs, dog.
half an hour.
Nope.
No, an hour long. Fucking 4 hours, 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Partial episode. What?
Yeah.
This shit is 6 hours long. 6 hours, 43 minutes.
Yeah, dog.
What?
It's like full live stream archives, dude. They had like Zubaz from like the Best Friends, I remember. He was like a real Cinderella story. But dude, you gotta watch, dude, VGCW was the shit back in the day, let me tell you. I've stopped watching wrestling as much these days. I kind of tune in every once in a while. Like I watched the last WrestleMania, that was cool. But it's like,
Like
I
the
don't
one
I
that
don't
happened this year? Or
Yeah.
No, last year?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but
Yeah, it was cool. But like I just it's not as fun as watching like New Japan Pro. That's where the real fun is at, dude. Watching NJP.
Dude, bro, I tuned in. I don't know if it was a specific one that I was watching, but I tuned in because I was bored. I was home alone. I was like, oh, you know what? I have some time to kill. I turned on some Japanese wrestling. Shit is tight, bro. That shit is tight.
Japanese
Oh my
wrestling
God.
is fucking sick, dude. Especially the women's wrestling. Like, it is so fucking good. The storylines got me on the edge of my seat. It is real life anime, bro. That's why every time I talk to somebody about wrestling, I'm like, bro, you gotta watch NJP. NJP is the shit.
Mm-hmm.
I first discovered NJP because they had a crossover with Tekken. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy, Okada the Rainmaker? Who the fuck is this guy? And then I watched, I was like, oh my god. This is mind-blowing. It's like every
It was
fucking
so fun.
every fucking week is like WWE in its heyday, bro. So
Ooh.
yeah, it's really fucking good. I gotta start keeping up with it more consistently because I watch it like if I'm ever in the mood to watch some wrestling, it's always NJP. But like I should start keeping up with it event to event because it's good stuff. Fucking hell, bro.
Dude, that's amazing. I like now that you're talking about it and I got reminded of it, I might have to tune in.
Yeah, man.
Week after week. Because like from the little that I did watch, it kind of, how do I explain this? It kind of recaptured the magic that I had watching WWE as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
They did so much insane stuff. Like it was so fun to watch.
Yeah. It's because they've got
Yo.
all the production values and all of the stunts that made old school WWE really cool. So, it's good stuff, man. If you're listening to this at home, tune into some NJP. It's good stuff. You can watch it on YouTube. You know, watch my boy Kenneth Omega. I don't think he wrestles anymore, but he was one of the boys. Dude, you know what's really cool is like back in the day, this guy called Jim Steele. He was wrestling in NJP, and you know who he wrestled as?
Who?
Wrestling is the ultimate sport.
He was my boy. He was Wolf from Virtua Fighter, dude. But like, he would like put on the face paint and wear the fucking blue and shit, and he would wrestle as Wolf Hawkfield.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah,
What?
if you Google Wolf Hawkfield, I think it'll show him as one of the search results. Yeah, there you go. It says Jim Steele, American professional wrestler. And he actually dressed up as Wolf. And you can see him with the face paint in one of the pictures. It's taking one of the coolest Virtua
Oh, I'm
Fighter
looking at
characters
this
and
now.
bringing it to life.
Yo.
Yeah, that shit is sick. He's taking one of the coolest Virtua Fighter characters and bringing him to life. So,
That's so fucking cool.
yeah, dude. Furthering my opinion that Virtua Fighter is the best fighting game. What did anybody dress up as King from Tekken? No. but Wolf, they was dressing up as Wolf.
See, the problem with dressing as King, you're furry. Sorry to say.
Yeah.
You're a furry.
Pretty much. People have been wearing tiger masks. Like there was like a wrestler named Tiger Mask that inspired King, but it's like King ain't just like a man in a tiger mask. King is like a dude who speaks in like tiger growls. That's the problem with King, dude. Is he has a tail and he doesn't speak like a human. There's like an alt skin for King in like Tekken 7 where you can make him a full
bitches.
Them band girls, dude. This is so gross, man. Band kids are like the worst part about.
They're a different breed, bro. They
Among
I
Us,
wonder how they're doing now.
Sugandis, Imposter
Hey,
Sus
you can
Among
draw
Us.
pictures. You can draw pictures. Can you draw a sussy picture of Among Us?
Dude,
Hey, look at my funny dab.
I wish I could find it. But like there was like this TikTok of this dude who was like band kids be like, damn, she fine. And then it was like cat ears, a shirt that says I'm a potato. Like and like those oval frame glasses. I was like, I almost pissed myself laughing at that. It's always the women that played the fucking clarinet.
Bro.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
No, I just, oh my god. Band kids. I wonder how they're doing today. You think that they're like actual
The band
normal
kids.
human beings now? Or do you think that they're in prison for grooming a minor? One of the two.
like that Fortnite streamer.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you see that Fortnite streamer who had like a fucking like blue hair and like a pink beard. He got caught like fucking.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That guy's face.
Okay.
He was the main character of
Yeah.
Twitter on the same day that Chris Chan got exposed for fucking his mom. So
I didn't know about that until like 2 hours ago.
really?
When Riley of all people told me.
Fucking Riley, how come it's always him who comes in to send you some weird shit?
Dude, I didn't know until I checked. Like he told me, "Hey, you hear what happened?" I'm like, "No." So I went on Twitter.com, my favorite site of all time.
The greatest website.
I know. Yeah. So, oh my god.
Dude, the thing is, right? I'm not one of those fucking people on the internet who spend their entire life documenting Chris Chan. All right. I've been watching Chris Chan get trolled for the better part of 10 years. Just casually, you know. Just watching it as like background noise while I play shit. Watching that Chris Chan documentary, now watching Jindo Samuel 2's documentary, you know. It's just been like a funny spectacle that I check in on every once in a while. But there are people who are out here like logging every second of this nigga's life, okay?
Right.
And I've just been like, yeah, you know, he's like a lolcow who does really weird shit. You know, I'm just gonna, it's not that big a deal. It's just funny to listen to. And then it's like, yeah, well, he fucked his mom. And I'm like, what?
What? Did I miss a step?
He did what? He did what? Oh, man. It's like, this is what happens, bro. When you're like a terminal virgin, I guess. Terminal internet virginity. And then you end up having sex with your mom. Thank God that I am a normal functioning member of society. You know.
At least more normal than some of these people out here.
I like to think of myself as the average, as the layman. I'm the layman, all right? Because I get laid, man. All right, no.
Yeah.
that funny? Joe, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I have no idea what I was expecting. It was not
I've tried
bad.
to like every time I have to laugh, I try and laugh like really weird. Oh! Like I can't do high voices, but I can fucking do that. Do the SpongeBob laugh too, dude.
Yeah.
You okay?
Good.
Drink some water, Chief.
I actually ran out not too long ago. I'm very upset.
Damn, I'm like 60. I got 60% of my bottle left. I'm chilling with my water. Oh fuck, man. But like, yeah, like I don't know. I don't think I could ever be one of those people who like sits around on kiwi farms all day, laughing about how another grown man chooses to live their life. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's wrong to fuck your parents. That's disgusting. Unless it's me. Unless it's me who's doing it to your mom.
You and your mom.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. Speaking of Ray William Johnson. Fuck you, Ray William Johnson. Fuck you, you piece of fucking shit. Fuck you, you fucking asshole.
Yeah. Okay.
He got our
You want to go ahead and
yeah, I'll go ahead and do it because I'm the one who had to see this shit on the back end. Ray William Johnson got episode 7 of AJAH blocked worldwide on YouTube. Only on YouTube. For copyright infringement. Now, if you're anything like me, i.e. normal, you might think, well, how did you infringe on his copyright? And let me tell you, dear viewer, I didn't. So the thing is, when we were discussing Doing Your Mom, I put the video segment of Doing Your Mom up on the screen. Now, Ray William Johnson is selling Doing Your Mom as an NFT. This,
as we so discussed, yeah.
But it's not the version that's on YouTube. Therefore, it's not copyright infringement. However, when I read the terms of how to appeal it, it said that if I lost the appeal process, I'd have a strike against my channel. So I just chose not to fight it. I just took that part out of the podcast on YouTube. And if you want to listen to the full segment on Ray William Johnson and Doing Your Mom and why NFTs are stupid, you can check out AJAH on any podcast platform of your choice. Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. The YouTube version is...
Because YouTube is a bitch. That's it.
YouTube is far too overzealous when it comes to copyright holders. See, I did research into what exactly NFTs are after I saw that. And we really couldn't have violated his copyright, you know?
Right.
Because in what way am I offering what you're getting on the blockchain? Am I giving you the receipt that you were gifted when you bought the NFT? No. Am I giving you any of the exclusive perks? No. I just put up the video that is publicly available on YouTube.
YouTube, by the way.
In my video. Which doesn't violate your copyright, but I'd rather not have a copyright claim against my channel, so I just let it happen. Which unfortunately is the case with a lot of YouTube creators. This website needs to be fixed. So fuck you, Ray William Johnson. Fuck you, YouTube. I wish anybody were as overzealous as you. I wish fucking Tazon Day would fucking take down videos explaining the real meaning of Chocolate Rain. Okay? Right. But he's not. Telling people how Chocolate Rain was about racism the whole time. Okay, but he's not. Unlike you. Fuck you, Ray William Johnson.
See, the thing is, right? Like he'll probably never hear this entire conversation unless he actually tunes in and he's like, you know what? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that they went ahead and talked about my funny video that I did over 10 years ago. Tunes in again. You know what? Fuck you. Suck my left nut. Copyright strike this one, bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Actually, I didn't mean it. That's just for the funny. But you know what? Do it anyways.
He didn't mean it, but I did. Copyright infringe on this dick, bitch. No quieres nada de esto.
sue the podcast into oblivion. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll give you my email address, Ray. Hit me in the DM. Fucking hell, bro.
What have you been looking into?
It's building a PC.
Building a PC.
Yes.
Ooh.
Problem is, I don't trust myself.
Dude. Building a PC is just expensive Legos.
What a fucking way to put that. What a fucking way to put that.
It's just expensive Legos.
Legos are already expensive.
Okay, fine then. I'm sorry. More expensive Legos.
Vastly more expensive Legos with sensitive little pieces.
Oh. In general terms, yeah, I suppose.
Like, I think I'd be off to a good start because I've had my experience in modding technology, like modding arcade sticks, for example. But I don't know. It's like I don't trust myself with all them sensitive little itty bits and little tiny little screws. I want to do it. I want to build a PC because this whole bird, this laptop ain't doing her job as well as she used to be.
Right.
So I want to get one mostly for video editing, because I don't plan on playing any fucking like games on it, except for like maybe like emulators. But I just want to get one that's good for Premiere, so that I can record this podcast and not have to take a fucking hour to just to export it. You know.
Right.
It takes like 3 minutes for the audio version, and then even if I do the video version with just the fucking picture that says Adam and Joe After Hours podcast, new episodes every Sunday, you know, it takes a fucking hour. So
Jesus Christ, man, you should pass that on to me this time, because Jesus Christ,
nah,
it's gonna take me like 2 minutes, bro. Come on,
it's
pass me the audio. I'll get it uploaded, send it back to you.
It's all good, homie. I don't have any.
Yeah, my laptop is on fire, but you know what? It's all good. I don't mind.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the hard drive. Because I think this thing has HDDs. Because it's just a fucking Dell Inspiron laptop. Yeah, I know. Laugh at my expense. I cry. So I think this thing has fucking HDDs, and that's probably why it takes so long. But you can't mod a laptop. And I'm never in my life ever gonna buy a fucking gaming laptop because that's for the birds.
Oh, a gaming laptop?
Well,
you tell me you don't want to buy an overpriced piece of garbage, especially if it's Alienware.
You don't want to buy an Alienware laptop with the RGB lights pre-installed, bro? No,
You're
I
even
fucking
a real
don't.
gamer. But you don't even want more FPS with that RGB, do you?
Dude, you're not a real gamer, bro. See, I have an Alienware laptop and Discord Nitro. No, I just want to get one. I just want to see what I can do, because I've been looking into it, and it's just like that's like the overwhelming feeling I get. It's just like, damn, bro, I don't want to fucking like break my motherboard or something. But there's like a lot of YouTube videos that I've been watching, being like, it's not that hard, and I'm like, is it really?
Honestly, truly isn't. I built my first PC in February, as you know, and it's still standing. It's still here.
Is that what you're using to connect to this Discord call so we can record AJAH episode 10?
It sure is. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube, not SoundCloud anymore, unfortunately, because SoundCloud. Nothing's wrong with SoundCloud. Just fuck SoundCloud. You know what I mean? Nothing's wrong with it though. Just
Are you sure?
Cut it off. Well, besides that one era of rap that we had, nothing's wrong with SoundCloud.
Hey man, but that era of rap music gave us fucking Ski Mask and XXXTentacion.
I'm just referring to the fact that every single kid on the block was like, hey, "Yo, I just a new track on my SoundCloud. Check it out, y'all."
Is that every fucking bus stop? Some dude was advertising his fucking SoundCloud mixtape.
I know.
At every bus stop,
bro. Dude, I was driving to work last week, I believe. It was last week, and I saw a flyer that said, "Check out my SoundCloud," and it had their username. I was like, yo, what? Are we in 2021?
Making absolutely no fucking moves in the streets if that's what you gotta do. Streets is not listening to that shit, homie. Nah, man. You gotta send me a parts list for your PC so I can see what's
Yeah, I
good.
got you. I got you. I mean, if you're looking for video editing, like mainly, you're not gonna need anything too crazy.
Yeah, maybe.
You should be fine with like. I mean, on it, you'll need more storage and RAM than anything else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Getting like fucking like 4 RAM sticks.
Yeah, bro. 32 gigs.
Yeah. I just want to build a fucking beast of a PC, start exporting these 2-hour long fucking podcasts in like seconds. But just send me over what you got, and I'll take a look. I'll see if I can get myself priced into it.
Bet. I got you.
I'll see what I can do because I am an average working class American, so I don't have a fucking fortune to spend every fucking paycheck. I got my savings and I got my spending money. That's what we got.
And you know the problem is right now is I know you're not looking for one particularly, but you know just to have one. Graphics cards are kind of expensive at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, there's the whole shortage.
Yeah, the
going on.
fucking it was like microchip shortage or something.
Yeah.
Like computer chips or fucking whatever.
But if you can wait for one, then you're fine. You're good. You're chilling.
I always find a way to make it work.
If any listeners also need help, you know, just hit me up.
Yeah.
Got you.
Follow him on Twitter at CauseNerdy, dude.
You just be posting the same Final Fantasy 14 shit like every single day.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I swear, my Twitter is just me yelling into the void because like no one replies or really likes my tweets, so I'm just yelling into the void at this point. Not that I mind it. Not that I mind it. It's just I'm screaming into the void.
That's the Twitter experience for the average individual, Joseph. That's what you gotta understand.
So true, bestie. So true.
So true. Submissive. You're looking real submissive and breedable right now. Goofy. Nah, man. The average Twitter experience is screaming into the void, turning off retweets for that one person who always retweets porn. I fucking hate that.
I got plenty. Plenty.
Dude, I've had to turn off retweets for so many people. I follow like 700 Twitter accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Me unfollowing somebody is pretty rare unless I find them being like extremely racist or like any other kind of shitty individual. That's like kind of it. That's like the only time I'll ever like unfollow somebody. If you retweet porn, I'll just turn off the retweets. Joe, I think I've come to an enlightening conclusion.
An enlightening conclusion. Ooh.
I think as time has gone on, my opinion of the Steam Deck has soured a little bit.
It has soured.
Yeah, it's like I don't think about like yeah. I think like I think as time has gone on, the sort of reality of the situation has sort of set in to where if I do buy a Steam Deck, I'm essentially spending hundreds of dollars on something that's going to go obsolete really fast. And the whole point of it would just be emulation or something, you know. It was sort of like be an Xbox Series S.
Right.
Because
Go
ahead.
Oh no. Finish your thought and then I'll,
because like
respond.
I got an Xbox Series S back in April. And when I first got it, I was like, oh yeah, this thing's gonna be an emulation beast. And it is.
Right.
And then I got really fucking tired of the hoops that I kept having to jump through to use it. And I stopped using it as an emulation beast and started using it as a regular system. And then I stopped giving a shit.
Okay.
So I wonder what the situation would be like if I chose to get a Steam Deck. Because on one hand, I really want to play my Steam games on it. Like Left 4 Dead, like with like workshop mods, like Half-Life, like Persona 4 Golden. And on the other hand, I want to emulate on it. But which do I want to do more, and how fast will the novelty wear off? Is my sort of new, how do I put it? My new thought process, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Is when exactly will I get tired of having the of the fact that what am I trying to say? When exactly am I going to realize that it's outdated? How fast will that day come? That's my big deal. Because the whole point of PC gaming is that it's ever evolving, that you keep upgrading, so you keep running, better and newer games. And the
Right.
Steam Deck is supposed to be a portable PC, but it's doesn't have any of the perks of PC. It's just a fucking Steam Deck. So
Well, you gotta consider that they already confirmed that you're able to load custom OS into the Steam Deck, and start uploading your own shit there. PCSX2, PPSSPP, Dolphin, even. So I mean, in that regard, I kind of understand, because if you're gonna go down that route, it's basically just another glorified um, emulating machine, but on the go.
mhm.
But then also having the ability to play those games literally whenever you want, however you want, I still think that's gonna be valuable. Even years from now. Um, I can't think of any games that have been coming out recently, anyways, that the Steam Deck wouldn't be able to handle, because PC gaming, as you said, ever evolving ecosystem. Uh, and if you don't have access to your PC, say, oh man, I really want to play, I don't know, Muggus, Sussy. I want to play Sussy Mugga.
Barack Obama hamburger, sussy balls.
Those his white sussy balls. Yeah, like I don't know, if you want to play Bayonetta, like for example, like on the go, you have that there. Then again, a lot of these games are also on the Switch. But then you also got to consider, oh, I already own these games on Steam. I don't have to buy them again on Switch, which is my reason as to why I don't use the Switch a lot. Like, I can play those games on other platforms, more convenient for me because I'm already on those platforms, PlayStation or PC.
Mhm.
So it just depends on what your intentions are with the Steam Deck, I suppose. But I understand that perspective. I understand.
I
Like,
just think like
if you don't see yourself, uh, what would be the word to use? I don't. If you don't see yourself, um, putting value into the system, then I guess that's as much as you're gonna get. But that's just my 2 cents.
I mean, I think
But
about
I
it this way,
totally
right?
understand.
Think about it this way, right? The Nintendo Switch has value baked into it because it's the only place where you can play those old school Nintendo games, or especially it's the only place where you can play those new Nintendo games, I should say. Right.
Right.
So when buying a Nintendo Switch, you already got that value, and it's mobile. But give in like 2 years after the Steam Deck comes out, and it's going to be like a new hot game, and I'll presumably have like a high end PC by then. The question will be, do I play this on my new PC with like ultra high settings and whatnot, or do I settle for a lesser experience on the go? And the whole point of my experience with the Steam Deck would probably most likely be to just play old games that I'm not allowed to play in a portable fashion. But the longer I think about it, the more that I think that if I were able to buy those games, I would never purchase a Steam Deck in the first place. Like if I were able to buy like Persona 3 on my Nintendo Switch, there'd be no point in me owning a Steam Deck. If I were able to buy Def Jam, then the entire value that I would place onto it would be just gone. And that's mostly an issue with like, publishers and never releasing their older titles, which please do. I know people bag.
To say
I know
the
people.
least.
I know people really bag on re-releases and remasters, but like I don't give a fuck. If I'm able to play a game on a modern platform, give it to me. All right. Like people spent the fucking first half of the PS4's life cycle complaining about all the fucking remasters that were on that platform. And I was just like, why complain? You know, because there's going to be a point.
Because I already played these games. I don't want to play them again.
Yeah, then how fucking fast did the conversation switch? How fast did the cultural zeitgeist switch to preservation is important?
Yeah, right.
It's like, if I would have no problem selling my old systems if it meant that I was able to play all of those games on my new system. All right.
Right.
The original model PS3 meant that my dad could give me his PS2 with no issues.
Mm-hmm.
Because the PS3 had built-in.
Yeah.
It had built-in backwards compatibility for PS1 and PS2. The original PS3 was probably the greatest video game system ever invented. All right, the original model PS3.
Mm-hmm.
And then backwards compatibility is kind of slowed to a grind. As much as I like Microsoft for what they're doing to promote backwards compatibility, I don't think it's enough, honestly. Because
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Not all games are just plug and go, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, but
and that
was gonna go play Gex on their Xbox Series X.
You should be. You should 1000% be able to. So true.
Oh yeah.
Like my PS5, I should be able to put in my PS3 disc copy of Call of Duty Black Ops, and it should work. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. And I don't know what technical hurdles you have to jump through. I've only kind of researched into it because of my interest in PS3 emulation. But it kind of necessitates piracy and emulation and all of this at a certain point. It kind of becomes necessary in order to keep the shit alive.
Yeah.
I understand that there's like a lot of like licensing contracts and whatnot that kind of prevent a lot of old games, especially like stuff like I mentioned, like Def Jam from ever getting re-released. But like for me, that's kind of a shitty excuse, because it's like, what exactly are the wording of these contracts saying that this game can only be released for so long before, the licensing agreement expires and you'll never be able to release it again? I mean, if I were writing these contracts, I'd fucking throw in like royalty clauses or something so that I could like every few years release this game on whatever new platform, and if you license me some material, you'd get like a little cut of that, but like, some deal. I don't know. It's the problem that makes running all the old GTAs on PC suck ass.
Is there a problem with old GTAs on PC?
Yeah, they keep taking out all the fucking soundtracks. Because the soundtracks for any GTA game are all licensed,
Right.
It's like, I think they took out a bunch of music from like Vice City. I know they definitely did it from GTA 4, where they completely fucked over the Russian radio station. I mean, I'm not going to say that I ever listened to it because that's not my preferred radio station in GTA 4, but like, I'd rather this game exist in its original form, on all platforms, but it can't because licensees want to only think in the short term and never the long term,
Okay.
So, I as much as I wish that things could be more consumer friendly, they kind of can't, which necessitates me having to maintain fucking 20-plus-year-old hardware, that I would have no problem selling if it weren't for publishers and big corporations. That's kind of the reason why something like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 probably might never ever get re-released ever again. Because that would require both Marvel and Capcom agreeing to re-release it and having to work out a fucking sort of monetization deal or whatever in order to get it out, when I just want to play the fucking game. And instead, I have to play a Japanese ROM on Fightcade in order to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 online with other people, rather than just booting it up on my PS5. I was really hoping,
the more, streamlined option, the one that would actually make sense. But hey,
I was actually hoping that last year for Marvel's 20th anniversary that they would re-release MVC2, because Marvel 2 was supposed to be at EVO for just a real quick, like I think it was like 8-person invitational. And then the pandemic happened and it got removed. And I, along with a lot of other people, was thinking that, because Marvel was so instrumental into the sort of beginnings of the FGC, and it was such a popular game, and it's its 20th anniversary, and it's going to be at the main stage of EVO, that perhaps Marvel and Capcom had worked something out where Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was going to get a re-release, and I was sitting there, I was really excited, and then it just never happened because it got removed. And it left me really disappointed, because Marvel 2 is one of my favorite fighting games ever. It's so good. It's so amazing. And it was ready for like a whole new generation of people who have just been playing things like Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball FighterZ to play it, so they can experience the origins of this sort of air dash fighter, fucking 84 hit combo type game. But it just wasn't in the cards. And the best way to play Marvel 2 as of July 31st, 2021 is if you own a Sega Dreamcast. And let me tell you, that hardware ain't easy to come by no more.
Yeah.
So, fuck. That really took the wind out of me.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I mean, because that's that. I don't understand how. I do understand in the regard that it might be expensive. It might take a lot more negotiating for this to happen. But do us all a favor. Go through all that. Just make us consumers happy. Fucking do whatever it is to do. If we have to wait a little bit longer for the actual game to release while they talk everything out, fine. Good. Go for it. But man, going forward, they need to do a better job.
I mean, I shit all over Nintendo for how they marketed and released Mario All-Stars, but that game sold. And it was the most bottom of the barrel release possible.
It's just the only way that we can fucking play it.
Let me tell you, people are willing to settle for a lot less than you think. And you're leaving a lot of money on the table.
In this scenario, we're talking about Nintendo. I'm not surprised. Nintendo fanboys have
Yes, absolutely. But there's a lot of old games that people would, be fine with a re-release. I'd be fine with like a fucking with like a fucking PS2 classics of all these old games. I'd be fine with that. Okay. Because I can play fucking Jack and Daxter the Precursor Legacy on my fucking PlayStation 5. I can play the Warriors for the PS2. And as much as I like that game, I'd rather be playing other stuff. I'd rather be playing PS2 Classics, Tekken 4, PS2 Classics, Soul Calibur 3, But I can't. It's like, bro, they make the most random fucking games PS2 Classics, dude. Nobody, and I repeat this, nobody gives a fuck about Art of Fighting Anthology, okay? Nobody. Not even me. And I love SNK. Nobody gives a fuck about Fatal Fury Battle Archives Volume 2. Nobody. As much as I love Art of Fighting and Fatal Fury, no one fucking cares. All right. So why let those 2 or 3 games, because there's 2 Fatal Fury Battle Archives, why let those hog up PS2 Classic slots when that could easily go to something else? Like I said, Tekken 4 and Soul Calibur 3 and fucking Virtua Fighter 4 and all other type of shit that released on the PS2.
Right.
The original releases of Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal, Going Commando, But hey, man, Adam doesn't know anything about business or leaving money on the table.
No. All you're doing is a dude on the internet talking shit. You don't know anything. Come on.
Oh, my back. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, from carrying the video game industry? Yeah, totally understand.
From carrying the video game industry as it exists in my head. I actually had to stretch my back there. I don't know. I just feel like I'd be willing to pay. at most $30, because charging $40 for an old school game is a bit much. But like for a remaster, I'd be willing to pay 20 or 30. You know, for a straight up re-release with no upgrades, 10 or 15.
Just yeah, that's about fair.
Yeah, I mean,
Now watch, now watch. In the next few years, when remasters and remakes, where they're a big thing suddenly again. DLC is gonna be a problem. I'm counting on it.
it already is a
Oh,
problem,
it's
dude.
gonna happen.
PS3 emulation is
Is
a
it?
bitch with DLC, dude, because it's like, how do you get those files? You know, where do you get them from? Got to pull that shit off your
Right.
fucking thing. We're in an age of digital marketplaces that can and will be shut down. They're shutting down the fucking 3DS.
They were about to.
Yeah, they were about to shut down
3DS.
they were
Yeah,
about to shut down
3DS.
the fucking PS3 and PS Vita, PSP, and PSP is getting shut down, but 3DS and Wii U are getting shut down. And not 3DS and Wii U. It's like 3DS and the original Wii, I think, are getting shut down.
Well, the Wii has been down for a bit.
And it's like we're in the age where digital marketplaces are coming and going, and then there's no other marketplace but the physical marketplace to get these games. And the value of those games, let me tell you, shoots up dramatically
Yep.
when you can't buy it digitally no more.
Yep.
And I fear, I very much fear for the state of the market once that happens. I am a firm believer that we should let all games be available physically and digitally at all times. And I know that's not necessarily feasible by any means because companies are greedy. But I don't think it should be a big fight to make this work. I mean, on the PS3, on the later models of the PS3, if you want to play PS2 games, you'd have to download something, just a little free little free data to put on your system, and you're good to go. So why can't I do the same thing for my PS5? Why can't I just download like a PS3 compatibility patch and just put this like fucking like 800 megabytes on my fucking storage, or 800 kilobytes or however big it was, and then I can run PS3 games.
Oh, bro. Actually, speaking of that, some shit I don't understand is when they come out, like Sony especially, when they came out and said, yeah, the PS3 is a pain for backwards emulation. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because you got to think about PS Now literally exists. I know it's cloud-based, but it's the same shit. You're running a PS3 game on PS4 or PS5, whatever you're using. It's the exact same shit. But
what do you mean?
It's too
You're
hard.
running it on a PS3, on a PS4 because you're streaming it. You're not running the actual game software on your system.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's still cloud-based, but it's still the same shit. You're running a PS3 game on whatever you're using.
I think I saw someone like break it down, like open up a PS3 and break down exactly the problem. I think it's just the PS3's architecture is built really weird. And that's why it's like hard to run shit, But that problem could be fixed if you just released a fucking compatibility patch. Like if you just allowed me to download like 800 fucking megabytes or whatever, however much fucking data to my PS5, that would allow its system architecture, whenever flagged, to run, in PS3 mode, that would be fine. I'm pretty sure I can install RPCS3 or whatever on this thing, on a PS5. Once that, given a few years, the homebrew architecture is going to make that possible,
Yeah.
So I feel like Sony's leaving money on the table by not doing exactly what I just literally said.
But hey, what do you know about making money?
That's just a theory, a capitalism theory. Am I right? It's shit. It's such shit. Because Microsoft is literally outpacing the fuck out of them, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, you can play the Ninja Gaiden Remastered Collection on Xbox Series S, or you could go play the original release of Ninja Gaiden Black on your Xbox Series S. Talk about options.
Right.
Talk about fucking options. Sony's not offering that. And that's money on the table.
Nothing close. Nothing close to that.
Especially
even.
considering they're the market leader right now in terms of console sales.
Mm-hmm.
That's
they might
the table.
sell more consoles, but if they don't adapt to the whole like if they don't adapt to what Microsoft is currently doing, I don't know, man. Like they might sell more consoles, but it's gonna be tough to keep up.
Yeah, or they could be like Nintendo and release shit like fucking like Jelly Crusaders or whatever fucking bumfuck games they're putting on SNES Online. I haven't played SNES or SNES Online, NES or NES or SNES Online in months because the game selection sucks so fucking
It's
bad.
fucking garbage. Yup.
Like, ooh man, like bro, it's because I just want them to put N64 and GameCube. That's all. That's probably because that's it. That's where I have nostalgia for those titles. You know,
Right.
Nintendo DS Online. All right. Let me tell you, if I was made CEO of Nintendo tomorrow, that's the first thing I'm doing. All right, where's Nintendo DS Online? All right,
Make it happen.
Mario Kart DS with online compatibility. First decision.
Woo.
I'd make the fucking hearts and minds of gamers explode across the world with the decisions that I fucking make. Let's re-release fucking online store environment. I just re-release the games every generation for like $10, dude.
Yeah.
That way you can be a dirty, greedy
yeah.
capitalist and make the consumers happy.
True.
Just $10. You done got $10. Am I right? And then I'd laugh while I wipe my ass with money and spit on my wife. And then she goes to wipe it off with a gold paper towel. All right. If I were the fucking president of Nintendo. Let me tell you how filthy rich I would make that company. Oh, dude.
Like you say, I feel like this is a blanket statement about any company ever.
Yeah, just corporations suck. All right.
Yeah.
It's like, how much money would you have to invest in order to get and how much money would you get on return? How many people do you think have never played something like Majora's Mask and would play it if they were given the option to on their Nintendo Switch?
Now they're gonna have to go out of their way, find an emulator when they can just do it on their Switch.
Yeah,
but hey,
it's like you got to install the emulator, got to install any requisite drivers. Maybe you install something so that you can play with a gamepad. Then you got to start it up, maybe tweak your settings a little bit, start it back up, maybe download a save file editor. It's too much. Or you could just pay big profiteer capitalist video game oil baron Adam Turner, pay him $10, and he'll let you play your old favorite Nintendo games on your new platform with no hassle.
Nah, it sounds way too logical. I don't like it.
Yeah, there you go. I'd sweeten the pot, bro. Fuck it. I'll make him pay $20. You can get an art book and a digital soundtrack with that.
Yeah.
$20. There you go. We'd release all the old hits. All right. At least all the first party hits, because I don't know if anybody's fucking creaming in their pants to play Chameleon Twist 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Let me play Earthworm Jim!
Dude. Come on.
I mean, look, I'd be down for that. If I were the CEO of capitalism and I were the CEO of every company, I'd re-release like shit like Secret of Monkey Island. Shit that nobody plays anymore. Or that nobody...
Worms.
Yo, Worms. Fucking Worms. Let me tell you about Worms, man. Worms inspired all of the great Flash games of the 2000s.
It's so true.
Shit like Raft Wars, all right?
Dude, are they still releasing those?
What? Raft Wars?
No, Worms.
Let me look it up.
Let's see, Worms. No, I don't want the fucking animal.
Video game. Yeah, Worms Rumble released in 2020.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was free on PS Plus. I'm fucking stupid.
Oh, was it? I have no recollection.
Yeah, I added it to my library. Holy shit, let's see. Yeah, I released this. Oh, dude, no, never mind. Worms Rumble. Yeah. Worms Rumble released December 1st of 2020.
Shit.
It's been running since 1995.
Holy fuck.
Here's all the games in the Worms franchise. Worms the Director's Cut, Worms 2, Worms Armageddon, Worms World Party, Worms 3D, Worms Forts Under Siege, Worms 4, Mayhem, Worms Open Warfare. Worms doesn't even sound like a word anymore. Worms, Worms Open Warfare 2, Worms A Space Odyssey, Worms 2, Armageddon. I'm gonna stop saying Worms because I'm gonna rip my own hair out. Battle
Worms.
Islands, Ultimate Mayhem, Revolution, Worms 3, Clan Wars, Battlegrounds, Worms 4 mobile version, WMD, and then Worms Rumble. Holy shit, dude. And there's spin-off games they didn't even include in that list, like Addiction Pinball, Online Worms, Blast Golf, and Crazy
Holy
Golf.
shit.
Holy fucking shit, Pinball. Oh, man. Yeah, but that's
Yo, do they got Worms RPG?
Worms May Cry. I feel like if any game series goes on long enough, they're gonna put an RPG in there. I'm just waiting for the Devil May Cry RPG.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do like fucking Limit Breakers as Virgil. He'll be like Dante, the Yamato. I can't mimic Virgil's voice. His voice is too different.
Dude, it's weird because he has the combination of like a Discord admin and then an edgy teenager. Like he has that tone in his voice. Does he not? He kind of sounds like a Discord admin. Why are you laughing? It's true.
That is not something I thought would ever be used to describe fucking Virgil.
Dude, go listen to some of his voice lines right now.
I agree. It's just like it's like what happened with you earlier. I just didn't expect that. Virgil has the voice of a Discord admin and an edgy teen. That's wild. Oh man, dude. Wow.
I'm so for real. Like if there was a DMC AU, he would totally be a Discord admin. That's it.
What would fucking Dante be, fam?
Holy shit. What would he
In a DMC AU?
I mean, but what would he do? He's too like buried of a person to actually think about.
Oh my god, dude, that's really funny. Dante, stop posting memes in general.
In general.
Dante. You lack motivation.
Oh my
As
God.
I was saying, she's 400 years old. Oh man, we can't not talk about Discord admins and then not make a joke about how they're pedophiles.
Because they are. But
Unfortunately. Every fucking time, dude. It's always some fucking dude. Oh, stop posting memes in general. As I was saying, she's 4,000 years old, even though she has the body of a 9-year-old. I mean, this happened with
the racial slurs.
Oh my god. I think white people should be allowed to say the N-word. This happened when we were talking about fucking Klee from Genshin. On that one episode of the podcast where it was like, oh yeah, she's got to be 400. No, she's like 8.
Yup.
They weren't even being ashamed about it. It's like that fucking that YouTube video by that guy with no username. That's like an hour and a half long. It's like in defense of Lolicon.
Oh my god! Oh my
I
god!
sat down and I watched that video in like a PSN party with my friend, and over a nice game of Battlefront 2. and we just went through that shit. We just powered through it. Have you seen that
Oh
fucking
my
video,
God.
Joe?
It's been in my recommended whenever I go watch anime videos, but I've never actually sat down and watched it
Let me
because
see if I can find it.
you know me, I'm always taking my normal pills. That's what the mask
Found it.
is.
I hate the fact that this guy made like a 40-minute video about like traps, about and then another a 15-minute video about why the last
Trap?
Jedi
yeah.
sucks.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
can't find the lolly video anywhere. Maybe he took it down finally. I hope so.
Thank God.
As much as I love anime, it's I have to make this a point that lollies and shotas, if you're into that, you don't deserve. You deserve to be chemically castrated.
Human rights. Yeah.
You deserve not even
Agree.
chemically castrated. You deserve to be physically castrated. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Oh
Could
God.
never catch me doing that shit. All right.
Dude, by chance, have you seen Splitgate?
Splitgate?
Yeah, the Halo and Portal crossover game thing.
No.
It's okay. I haven't been following up with it because, mind you, this game has been out for I forget
2 years.
how many years, but it's been out for a while now. And I played it when it first came out on PC. And it was okay. It was fun. It was all right. But I guess now they're having like their actual full game release because I suppose it was in beta. Now it's releasing on all platforms. And all of a sudden, people are saying like, "Oh my God, this is gonna be the best shooter ever, guys! It's so good. Yeah, you don't even know this is gonna make Warzone look like a joke." And I'm like, "It is just okay. Like, it's just all right." Like, my friends are talking about it, and again, I played it, and it's just okay. It's fun for like an hour, but then every single match plays out the same. So.
Welcome to the hype cycle, Joe. Welcome to the hype cycle, where everything is the greatest, everything that's ever everything.
Yep.
This is why I stopped caring about the hype cycle, and I stopped caring about like shit like this. Like,
Yep.
I barely even pay attention to trailers these days, unless it's for content for the pod. You know?
Yeah.
I just like trailers don't entice me anymore as much as they used to. Like, unless
Right.
it's for something that's like that I've never seen before, something new, then it's like a reveal trailer will get me excited. But like a fucking like a month in, when you're like, oh yeah, here's all the gameplay shit that you're gonna be able to do, I'm either sold by that point or I'm not. You know,
Right.
if you don't impress me with the reveal trailer, I'm probably not gonna give a fuck. You know, it's like pretty much every game that I own right now are games that I either just bought out of nowhere, like Persona 5, or are games that I was already intending on buying in the first place. You know?
Right.
I don't like it's very rare that I will just get new shit out of my own curiosity without someone else telling me, "Oh yeah, it's going to be the great new shit." Like Streets of Rage 4, my uncle was like, "Yo man, you should buy this game. We could play it together." I was like, "Okay, I'll buy it." And then I ended up falling in love with it. All right.
Right.
And then the DLC, I was already sold on the game, so I was going to buy the DLC no matter what. You know? Like that game Sifu that got recently delayed.
Oh, it got delayed? That's unfortunate.
Yeah, got delayed to early next year.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. I saw the trailer for that, and I was sold because of the trailer, because the reveal trailer, not any of the other subsequent trailers that have come out. You know,
Right.
It's just the original trailer that had me like, okay, I'm down, I'm ready. You know, like Life is Strange: True Colors. I probably would have bought it anyway, but I didn't know about it until the first reveal trailer came out. You know, it's always the very first trailer that's the seller for me, honestly.
Right. Yeah, like those first impressions.
I was never gonna buy Cyberpunk 2077. None of the trailers sold me on it. I just bought it so that people would stop fucking telling me about it. Honestly, you know, it gets to be even worse when
Oh, but
like, hmm. Go ahead.
but The Witcher 3 had the same cycle of where on release it was bad, but then everyone loved it, Adam. What if 17 years down, you're gonna really like the game?
Then I'll wait 17 years to like it. You know, I've kind of
What if
realized.
it's good now? Way.
I've realized now, now that I'm older, that like the games that I like the most, they kind of had to hit me at the perfect time.
Right.
Because I don't think I would like a lot of the games that I like if I'd have played them when I was in the right state of mind. Like if I wasn't incredibly depressed when I first started playing Persona 4 Golden, I don't know if I'd like enjoy it as much. I don't know if I'd put so much weight onto it. I don't know if I'd let it be in the number 5 game I've ever played in all of existence. You know?
Right.
Because I saw that fucking Super Patch Wolf video live stream where he listed off his 100 favorite games ever. And I was like, oh yeah, I could do something like that. And then I did in like 2 hours. You know,
Shit.
it was really easy for me because I know a lot of my opinions. But it's like that top 10, those games that are in the top 10, like those are games that hit me at a very specific point in my life. And if they would have hit me at any other point, I wouldn't have liked them as much. You know, I think like recommending games, it sure it does come down to the person, but it also comes down to where they're at, you know.
Right.
So, like I think there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
You're not gonna.
Hmm?
Oh, yeah, go on.
No. Finish your statement because I'm about to ask you a question that might shift the topic.
Well, no, it's just because yeah, 'cause I was gonna go off that and say, you're talking about Persona. You're not gonna recommend someone who's, I don't know, it's like whose family member just died. But like, yeah, I feel like a Persona 3 would be the perfect.
This game is about
you know.
accepting death. Be a
So
big ass
you know.
fucking downer. Just like this, made it even harder to swallow. I was gonna ask Joe, have you ever given any thought as to what your top 10 video games are? Like period,
Top 10?
full stop? Yeah. Like the 10 greatest games you've ever played.
I have I've always considered, sat down and try to make a list, but I never actually did. Like I haven't gotten around to it simply because there are games that I want to experience first before I go ahead and make any definitive statement. Because
Mhm.
if I make a top 10 list for all video games ever that I've played, I want it to be pretty definitive. I don't want to sit here now and say, "Oh yeah, what's a random ass game that I have? Oh yeah, Portal 2 is my number 3 favorite video game," and then have it move to like number 7 next on
Mhm.
another game. So I haven't actually sat down and made a list, but I've definitely thought about it. Yes.
I've put a lot of thought. I put a lot of thought into this, and it's like the games that made my top 10 are like games that like are formative to who I am as a person. Like this isn't just any game that's like, oh man, that was really good. These are like games that like I would not be the same person had I not played. Let me ask,
Right.
what do you think your top 10 would look like, Joe?
That is such a broad question that I don't even know where to begin.
I can give
Like,
you some time to
if
think.
if I had to just shoot off the hip, I know Minecraft would be in there. I know that I don't play Minecraft much nowadays, but growing up, that definitely left a it made me feel some things, because growing up, I didn't really have a lot of friends. Still don't, but didn't back then either. And whole having this whole world that you can just form yourself. I found that so fucking tight. Found this shit so cool when I was like 13. It's lost its magic by now for me. Like I can't go sit down and play Minecraft anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Survival, anyways. I can't go ahead and do that anymore just simply because I'm like, it's fun for a little bit, but I could sit for hours and hours and hours on end as a child and play Minecraft. So I know that Minecraft would definitely be in the top 10.
Mhm.
I feel like I would have to pay homage to the original Battlefront 2
Mhm.
simply because I just remember playing it a lot and I really liked it. I haven't played it recently. Again, it's like a lot of these games I haven't played recently, but I know that they would have to be up there because they actually formed me into the person that I am today. I don't think without Battlefront 2, I don't think I would have enjoyed online gaming like as a whole as much as I do now.
Mhm.
Just going online talking shit to other people. So fun. But honestly, like genuinely, like, I would have to look at every single game that I've played
Mhm.
in recent memory and like actually go from there. But those are just some that I know would be in there.
Damn.
And Persona 3 probably simply because it is my favorite Persona game.
Mhm.
And same thing with you. It just hit me at the right time. And well, yeah, it just hit me at the right time. I really enjoy the characters. I really enjoy the story, plot. Yep, the story and the plot. Yeah, nice one. I really enjoy the plot, the the messages. So I enjoy everything about that game. Besides Mayor and Karen, but besides the point. Yeah, I would actually have to
Yeah.
sit down and look at every game that I've played because I would not be able to give you an answer. I would not.
Damn. Like I said, man, I sat down and I made this like in like 2 hours, and then like I looked at it like a week later, and I was like, yeah. Then I looked at it because I first wrote this in January
Mhm.
of this year, and like I look at it now, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Check this
Yeah.
out. We got number 10, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga for the PS3. All right,
Okay.
I put hundreds of hours into that as a kid, and like looking back, that game is fucking phenomenal. Number 9, Uncharted
Mhm.
4.
Uncharted
Uh,
4?
yeah,
Out
Uncharted
of all
4.
the Uncharted games, Uncharted
Yeah,
4?
because
Like
that's the
I'm not
one.
trying to flame
That's the
you. I'm not
one.
trying to flame you or
I
anything.
was
I'm just
thinking about putting
surprised.
Uncharted 3 there, but the when I first played Uncharted 4 and got to that ending, the sort of rawness of the emotional reaction that I had is too real. It
Mm.
was way too real for me. Getting to the ending and seeing that picture of Nate and Elena and Sully around the, like Uncharted 1, like I
Yeah.
cried really hard. And like I kind of can't take that away from Uncharted 4. Number 8,
Okay.
Simpsons Hit and Run. I played through that game a couple months ago on PCSX2, and then I bought a copy for my PS2. That game is legendary. It's really fucking good. Let's see. Number 7, Red Dead 2. I don't think I've ever seen a piece of media. Maybe on like maybe like the Godfather 2 maybe. But like a piece of media retroactively make the thing that preceded it better than Red Dead
Mhm.
2 did. Because when I first played through that game, immediately after I got to the ending of the epilogue and I finished it, I went back and I replayed the first one, and it made that game infinitely fucking better. So,
Nice.
it also made me cry harder at the end. Number 6, we got Half-Life 2 with the episodes included because I can never play just one without playing all of them.
Mhm.
That game is formative, is genuinely formative to who I am, to my tastes as a player of the medium. It's like without that point in my life where this was the only game that I played for hours on end, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Mhm.
Number 5,
Right.
Persona 4 Golden. I think I already mentioned it, but like Persona 4 saved my life at a very crucial time. And
Mhm.
when I got to the ending, I did cry. That game made me cry like 3 times within the last like 20 minutes. This isn't even counting December 3rd in that game, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I love that game. I was literally, dude. I like that's like the one Persona game whose soundtrack I can just back to front, like just on Spotify. Just track one, go all the way to the end. Number 4, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, greatest fighting game ever made, in my opinion, at least. I still want to release at least that part of the post show that we did with Cedric, where we sat down and watched like Third Strike clips for like 45 minutes.
Right.
That game is it's too good. It's got too much style. It's got too many mechanics that are like really fun.
Too much swag.
Literally, it's got so many mechanics that are just so fun to play around with, and it's like, oh my god, I love Third Strike so much. Number 3, Yakuza 0, best Yakuza game, tied with maybe Yakuza Like a Dragon. I feel like if I were going to change any game on this list out, it would be that one for Yakuza Like a Dragon, because that game was beyond phenomenal. Number 2 is
Also known
Infamous.
as the only game that Yakuza fans have actually played.
If that, because some of them haven't even played that. Don't think I'm going to let you niggas get away with that. Number 2, Infamous 2.
Okay.
That game is, for me, infinitely replayable. I love that game's progression and its story. And the song that plays during the credits of that game on the good ending is one of the saddest songs I've heard in my fucking life. It's really good. And number 1 is the original release of Bully. The original version.
With the original release of
Bully on the PS2
Bully?
2006. Because as much as I like the scholarship version, I think it adds way too much shit and it breaks the pacing a little bit. So,
right.
yeah, I mean, that's like a top 10 list that I could probably see myself agreeing with 10 years down the line, honestly. Like, those games are if I didn't play even one of those, I would not be the person that I am today. For better or for worse, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, especially shit like Bully. That game, we've been playing that since release. Since day 1 in 2006. Fuck, man. You know what I just thought about, Joe?
What did you think about?
We're at 2 hours, man.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
I'm a relative anyways. So you're lying.
Oh, you say that every time.
No. See, listeners, he wants you to believe that it's been 2 hours.
Dog.
Wants you to believe that you've been spending the last 2 of your precious hours with us, but no, it really hasn't been. You can't prove it.
See,
Don't
it's only
believe you.
been 4 minutes. Been trapped within the dark hour. Been trapped listening to fucking Ikutski's puns. Yo, you know what threw me off?
Man.
Okay, I'm gonna say this before we go. You know what really threw me off is when I first played Arena, they changed Ikutski's voice actor.
Okay.
And like the nigga who voices
That's
Dojima,
odd.
I think also voices Ikutski in that game. And that's just an Arena thing. I mean, it's weird.
Weird.
They brought Akutsuki back to like haunt Akihiko or something. And I thought it was cool because, you know, I thought Shuji Akutsuki was cool. Never before have I instantly read through someone and known that they were going to be a bad guy. Like I did with fucking Akutsuki. But yeah, it was like weird. Anyways, thank you for joining us.
Indeed, I want to thank you very much.
If you made it this long, DM me for a $10 Subway gift card. Okay, $19 Fortnite card. Who wants it?
Who wants it?
And yes, I'm giving it away. Just share. And trolls, don't get blocked.